Hi, last night's Blackboard session worked really well. My camera, the students' cameras, the students' microphones, screen share, everything worked great on our class collaborate call last night. And so as all the students left, I hopped on and made a quick video. Video worked great. There was no sound. I don't know what's going on. So I'm making a quick recording today to go over everything that was in there. So if you look at the Blackboard recording from last night, the collaborate recording, and you got sound and video, let me know. If you don't look and you just look at this, that's great too. It's fine. So last night I went over a few things. I'm going to go over them again now. So we talked about discussions. And come on, computer. Okay, so here we go. So under exam 1, discussions, these are to be submitted individually, not by group. You'll answer questions 2 through 6 by looking at your book. Sometimes it's helpful to do Control F to find things more quickly, an electronic document, PDF, our book, things of that nature. Number 1 is not from the book. Obviously, you can click on the rubric here, and by clicking there, you'll see what you need to do to make a 100. You'll post your initial reply. You won't see anybody else's answers, and then once you post, then you'll see everybody else's posts and replies, and you can reply to whomever you choose. You need at least 2 substantive replies, and again, you can look at the rubric to get a better idea of what's needed. Gradebook, I can't click on it. If I did, we would see other students' grades. We're not, but I did not know that that on some items, even though I've graded them, I have to hit another button in the gradebook to release them. I've been asked about past due assignments and Connect showing up, or discussions showing up as students. They are looking into that. I waited a couple of years after Ultra was rolled out before I adopted it. I used it last fall. It was trouble-free. And from my user experience, I did the trainings, couldn't wait to use it. Even with some of the issues, students are still saying that once they've used Ultra, they don't want to go back to the traditional system. So good news there. All right, so I'm super excited about Ultra, and in some ways it's so much better from my experience, and as a student last fall, it was pretty good. Case studies. So you want to access your case study, know who's in your group, go to group case studies, and I clicked on the down, there we go. So I've got case study number 1 loaded up. If you want to see who's in your group, for me, is from the instructor perspective, I just click here, and I think that's what other students are saying. You'll click here to go in and see your assignment. This is done by groups. Okay, so figure out how you want to communicate, teams, collaborate, like we're on that, or like I was on last night, Zoom, if you have it, whatever you like, use it. Work together collaboratively, and as a testimony, I'll share with y'all that as an online student also, I guess it was hybrid online. I guess I was a hybrid student, online a little bit, face-to-face a little bit. At the initial part of my doctorate, we were supposed to go to campus 1 weekend a month. And let me tell you, that was a busy weekend. 3 hours, 4 hours of class on Friday. Sometimes homework was assigned Friday night, due the next morning. We started the next morning at 8 a.m., 12-hour day Saturday, or 10-hour day Saturday, and 9 or 10 hours Sunday, something like that. I don't want to stop and do the math, but it ended up being like 21, 22 hours in a weekend in class. And then COVID hit, and it was all online after that. Group work helped me stay connected and made me feel part of my doctoral group. So I think it's important, not only because I think it's a good way of learning, but like I said, it's a good way of staying connected and getting to know other MBA students while you're here. We're looking at learning about using accounting for decision making. So a lot of the case studies will be focused on that. So the first up at bat, and I'm going to switch over to exams, even though I'm somewhat still talking about case studies. So The exam one case study involves chapters 1, 2, 4, and 9. More financial reporting, so external users of the accounting information. So the case study will be more about that. But after that, we switch into more what I think would be often a lot more applicable to MBA students or leaders in the company. And you'll be looking at accounting that's generated for management or managerial accounting. So starting with exam 2, chapters 10, 11, and 14 and 15. So that's more managerial accounting. I want to call it internal accounting, but that's not a correct term. But that is more of an approach. If you're not internal, you wouldn't see that accounting information. All right. So, and then exams while I'm here. Scratch paper is allowed, pen and pencil is allowed, your calculator is allowed, but no definitions and no numbers are allowed on your one-page notes, handwritten, typed. I don't care, so you can take some notes and then take the exam. We go too quick, too fast, and in this 8 weeks, and so detailed that I think that is appropriate. It's consistent with what other instructors do in this class, so I think it's important. But again, you're going to be doing some extra work with the case studies and application of the material that you're learning. So I think we should definitely let you have some notes. Just make sure there's no definitions and no numbers on there. So you're like, I can't remember, unearned revenue, is that a liability or an asset? You can write that down on that sheet. You can do liability, unearned revenue, bonds payable, mortgage payable, something like that. And then you can say, okay, well, unearned is a liability, earned revenue is a revenue account, right? So stuff like that. Whatever you need that gets you confused, that would keep you from being very confident when you take your test. Get it on there. Again, no definitions, no numbers. So some would say a formula sheet, some would call it a cheat sheet. I just call it a note sheet, all right? One page. All right, so we've got that, and that's allowed for all the exams, okay? Exams must be taken using Respondus. Please take the Respondus practice exam. It's one question. Basically, it just sets you up to let you know if your computer's ready to take an exam using Respondus. Make sure when you launch your lockdown browser, you really are using your lockdown browser. So you'll want to no, I can't. Can I change the screen? It will not let me change the screen. I'm using 2 monitors and my lockdown browser's on there. So you won't be using Chrome. You'll be using your lockdown browser to pull up the exam. Okay? And your exam will be in Blackboard. So let me look at my notes. I think discussions are done individually, but case studies are the only thing that's done with the groups. Gradebook case studies. Discussion. I think I got everything. All right. If I don't, and then I don't know if I've said this already or not, but I'm going to mention it again. If you're getting late notices, even though you've turned in the assignment and Connect or discussion questions, we know about it. It's something that just started. We're working on it. And I say we, another instructor and I talked about it, and then the online learning center is working on it too. We are not sure what caused it. It wasn't going on, and then it started. So Connect, for me, the Connect is the ultimate judge and jury as far as grades go. If Connect says your grade's 100, your grade's 100. Says you submitted, you submitted it. Okay? I'm not going to say, oh, well, Blackboard. No. Connect says you did it. So if the grade doesn't roll in from Connect, we'll look at Connect, and that's what happens in Blackboard. We'll update Blackboard. One more thing. When you go into Connect, oh, by the way, I'm trying to get them also to turn this off since that doesn't work. We used to use that in the old traditional Blackboard, but we'll use it in this course. Okay, so we want to get rid of that. And I can't hide it yet. They're working. I hope to be able to hide it soon. Right now, I can't hide any of this, actually. All right, so when you go in, let's just pick Module 2 because that's the week we're on. And you go into Connect SmartBook. Please go in that way. Log into Blackboard and then access your Connect assignments like I'm doing. Okay? That way, I'm more assured 99.999999% of the time when you finish this, your grades will. Good job on submitting that. That's not even due till, I guess it's due to today. So good job. Most everybody's done. But anyway, so and I'm in instructor review. So that way, when you're in here and connect, you complete your connect assignment. The grade will roll forward. And by the way, while I'm in here, if you want to have a hard copy of the book, you can order it here. I don't know how long it takes to get here, so a few days. And then if you need help, I've contacted the chat and gotten somebody to help me at 10 at night. So whatever they say the hours are, their staff. All right, so I think I've covered everything that we covered last night and the video that I recorded. If you need anything, please always email me. Love to help. Thank you.